So I was on holiday in Australia over New Year, and on the way back I had to stop in Hong Kong for like 5 hours. So I was messing around on the internet and came across a video on Manx Tube of a band called 3 Million. Hadn't heard of them, thought, oh, I'll check this out. Full of banter. Music seemed all right, so I thought I'd better give them a call and see what the crack is. And it turns out I'd already come across two of them anyway from the Muldoon days. So they're in tonight, finally. They have an EP in hand, which is hot off the press, and they've just had a storming TT. So let's find out a little bit more about them. Good evening, boys.
Hello.
Hello.
Evening.
Introduce yourselves then. Alex, we know you first from Muldoon.
I'm Alex Cowley and I play a rhythm guitar.
And your good self.
I'm Matthew Woods and I play drums.
Who's up next? The lead singer?
I'm Liam Harrison, lead singer.
I'm Joe Krukel, I play bass and keyboards.
Gary Smith, lead guitar.
Also from the Muldoon setup. So guys, you guys are kind of the ashes of Muldoon. Are you happy to talk about what happened? Are we okay to go there, or should we just move on and talk about 3 Million?
I wouldn't say we're the ashes of Muldoon. It's a completely new thing.
Yeah.
Songs are all a lot more varied, I'd say.
There's always going to be a little bit of Muldoon in there, isn't there? Because
do you get lots of
Muldoon.
Yeah, do you get lots of sort of, I don't know, do people say you're similar, or can people tell the difference between the two bands?
I reckon there's definite difference, isn't there?
The drive to some of the songs, I'd say, is there.
We're still playing rock music, so
yeah.
it's still,
but
it's still me and Gaz playing the guitar,
vocally, everything's on a different level, I think, vocally.
Well, I came to see you in the Creek in January, sort of early days for you guys, I suppose. When did you get together?
October last year.
Yeah, so that was probably one of your first gigs, I imagine.
Yeah, we started gigging
in the Creek.
January.
Yeah, and my observation was that it was kind of a bit more of a party than it was with Muldoon. I don't know if that's offensive to you Muldoon boys, but it seems like I mean, obviously the Dune Army was awesome for you guys, but it seemed like the audience really got it, and especially the Insomnia cover at the end, people really kind of went for it.
Yeah,
am I okay to say that?
Yeah, it's good. Like, everyone enjoys the gigs, but we haven't really... What's weird is Muldoon had like a following like the Dune Army, whereas 3 Million haven't really got a following, have we?
But do you think that says more about you, that you can kind of get a crowd that's just shown up to the pub to dance along with you, you know, as opposed
definitely.
to a crowd that obviously love and breathe Muldoon?
Yeah, I mean, they were like loyal fans for like 17 years, whereas we're just starting out, finding out who's going to like our music and stuff, so it's sort of more interesting because starting fresh again, finding out who likes it.
Have you got any 3 million followers so far? Have you got any diehards yet?
Got 3 or 4 that...
How many have we got on Facebook?
Yeah, we've got...
300 and 320, something like that.
So are people like, are you recognising faces at your gigs? Kind of.
Yeah,
the same
we
people
are.
showing
Yeah,
up?
we are. Yeah.
And what are you going to call them then? Because obviously you had the Dune Army.
Groupies.
Just
3 million.
What can we call our fan base? I don't know.
You can come back to me on that one.
Yeah, we'll
3 males that keep turning up to every gig.
So speaking of gigs then, you had a pretty busy TT. What was your favourite gig? Can you pick one out?
One that stands out is we played some really, really good pub gigs. You know, were really tight. You know, it was like crammed, loads of people in there. They were really good, but we kind of got like put under pressure because we were playing on in the middle of afternoon on Peel Key. With as like a few bands were on before us, and it's really
that Peel in Motion?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was really kind of hard for the bands to like, you know, stabilise the crowd. You know, because people saw us, oh, that's good. I'll listen to a couple of songs and they move on. And we actually blocked the road.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of just shows that we were actually on the ball because we played song after song after song, but like proper kept the crowd entertained, kept them there.
And what features in your set then for someone who hasn't seen 3 million? Is it all your stuff, or do you do kind of covers as well?
Bit of both.
Yeah, it's about half and half.
Half and half. It's good because because we got the keyboards, we do stuff like Insomnia, and you know, we have a proper variety. We do a lot of rock and roll, but then we can do like a dance track at the end, and it's good.
It goes off.
Yeah, it does, and it gives you like the covers we all play are all different. So I don't know, it's weird, isn't it? It's like a how do I explain it? It's like it's so much different music, and there's something for everyone really, which is good.
A variety of genres.
Of genres, exactly.
Nice word.
But it's all, I suppose the core is rock and roll, really.
Well, yeah, that's what we sort of follow for our own.
Yeah.
Our own.
There's always a bit of rock and roll in there. There's never not electric guitar with a load of distortion on it.
So is that the sort of stuff that you all listen to then? Are you all kind of rock and rollers?
Yeah.
Me and Gaz are particularly. Woodsy's into sort of like more modern indie rock. Fossil like Stevie Wonder.
Who doesn't like Stevie Wonder?
No, Fossil, you like a bit of like,
I like
AC/DC
I like
and stuff.
everything.
He does, yeah.
I like
And Joe's
everything.
into more like Coldplay and things like that. What are you into, Joe?
Glee.
Coldplay,
He likes Glee.
Kingsley.
Glee, yeah.
And Gary introduced me into Rammstein a few months back and quite enjoyed Rammstein.
Nice.
Do you really
Some
like Rammstein?
ultra heavy music.
Heavy.
But like with the insomnia thing, you know, everyone likes a good rave, don't they? You know, you hear a load of good rock and roll all night, bit of a rave at the end.
I was a bit drunk by the end of the gig, I'm going to be honest.
I know, I could tell.
But, do you kind of switch things up a little bit? Did someone come off the keyboard and then someone else?
Oh yes, we
Well,
played different
So
instruments.
it wasn't
throughout.
that drunk then.
No.
I do
No,
remember
no.
that. So why the change then?
Well, I play bass and through songs I play a bit of keyboards. Then with Insomnia, I play just keyboards because it's I don't need to for the song really. So I pass my bass on to Cowley as it sounds too empty without bass in. So
I play one note the whole way through.
Play what?
One note.
Just stand there
No,
slapping the bass.
I think there's 3 notes in it.
yeah, there's 3 bass notes.
You play
but
one
he
note
plays
feeling good as well, don't you?
plays them well.
Yeah, I play piano as well. Yeah.
Do you just stand there with a guitar?
No, I actually
Pretend?
do play. I don't pretend I'm playing something, but I'm playing that. It's like it's just.
Yeah.
For the entire song.
Repetitive.
But that is actually what the bass line is. It's
Do you
not
reckon I could do it?
Yeah, I could teach you to do it.
Ace?
I reckon you could play it better.
In fact, our next gig, I think you should come and play bass
Yes,
for us.
I'm going to guest. If not, I'll bring a tambourine or something.
If you wear that leather jacket you're in.
So that's a little idea of what the 3 Million Boys are about. It's called Little Mona on Saturday Night Live. So does someone want to tell us how you came about writing that song? Whose is it?
Alex
I wrote it. It's
so-
fiction. It's about. Do you want to know what it's about? Or
Yes, I do.
Do you want to go into these deep, dark corners of the world?
That's what it's about, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's sort of like at the time I was like going through quite a bad illness. So like a question on my mind was always like I was meeting loads of young people that were like dying, so it was always like sort of this question of like why good people dying that are young and stuff. And that's what it's all about. It's all about a girl that's quite young, she's like 18, who goes out, has a good time all the time and then gets hit by a car. I don't know why I wrote about this. It's a bit weird, but sort of question that was on my mind. Yeah, life gets taken away from her quite quickly, so it's all about like basically about that, and the question's like why do the good die young? I just wanted to know. It's just sort of all about that really.
So how does it go down when you play it live?
Good, it's quite rocky, isn't it? So
Yeah,
sort
I
of
mean,
like-
when we started playing it, it wasn't very. Like, nobody really paid much attention to it. But I'd say now when we gig, like we get the most like crowd reaction sort of thing from that song.
Yeah, they know the lyrics to this song now. So
Yeah.
it's good. Yeah.
So tell us about this launch party then. What are you going to do? You're going to sell the CD?
People can buy it for free.
And how do they do that?
By
They go-
taking it out of our hands.
Yeah. Or go if they
it's going to
like
be
it,
on the internet as
yeah.
well, isn't it? Where's it
if they
going
like
to be, Joe?
if they like us on Facebook, then they can download it for free. I think.
Yeah, that's right.
It's on SoundCloud.
Yeah, we've got a SoundCloud which is linked to our Facebook page.
So when can people get a copy of it?
It's out this Friday.
22nd this Friday.
The good people of the Isle of Man, please buy our records. They're free.
So you've all obviously got a bit of banter then. Do you do stuff outside of the band, or is it quite hard to tie
No,
all 5 of you down?
We don't have anything to do with each other apart from the music.
Really?
We can't stand each other.
I can't imagine that's true.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
Fossil
Yeah.
Fossil doesn't leave his house unless he comes to band practice.
No, it's a
What he
cave.
does-
It's not a house.
Yeah, what he
it's a
does, he
cave.
sits at home and he stares at a blank wall with his headphones on, but he doesn't actually listen to music, and that's all he does all
And
his
there's
life.
lyrics going through his head.
Yeah, he just thinks of lyrics, but then he never tells us what the lyrics are. They could be genius, but we never find out.
I reckon secretly Fossil is very, very got really good songs in him, and he just doesn't want to play them because he can't be bothered doing anything.
So you're talking about headphones earlier then? I imagine that you don't sit there in,
He does.
in your
does.
bedroom
No,
staring at
no,
a blank wall.
Really, he does.
But there's that photograph of you, isn't there? Who took the photograph with
Phil
all got the
Neen.
headphones on? Phil Neen. Awesome shot.
Yeah.
Where did the idea come from for that?
Phil
Phil.
Neen.
Oh. So it wasn't you lot.
He's pretty artistic, isn't he? He thinks of
Well.
these random.
Who wrapped you up in the Kling film?
Phil
Phil
Neen.
Neen.
Yeah, but he wanted to.
He didn't let us
get
go
naked,
for like
but
3
we
days,
said no.
honestly. He kept us there. And he didn't feed us or anything. He just gave us water. Honestly.
Hopefully
I
not
promise you
true.
that happened.
I'm going to call the MSPCA. Any more dodgy photo shoots lined up with him then?
We'll
Not after that. We
I
got.
hope not.
Wrap yous in tinfoil the next time, maybe?
He was going to do our music video, wasn't he? But he can't do it because he's working.
He's got too much
much
on at
on.
the minute, but there's no doubt we'll be doing stuff with him.
Yeah.
By the
So-
way, we're doing 2 music videos
I was
as
just about
well.
to say, who are you doing them with?
A guy called Andy McKnight did it at like university, so he's not like renowned for anything.
But which tracks are you going to go for?
We haven't decided yet, have we? Which is a bit of annoying.
Go for Dirt, 7 minutes long. Be there all day.
We are going for it.
Probably one of your favourite tracks off the album, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Why is that then?
I like it lyrically. Says
it's proper rock and roll.
It's really.
it's got a
sort
good
of-
groove, hasn't it?
We always play at the end of the gig. It's like really energetic. So,
Yeah, it's good to play live. People get going for it.
Yeah, it's our
think
best
with
song live, I'd say.
Yeah, I think with the lyrics, I think the lyrics can mean anything you want it to
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's
be.
true.
So many spins. If you listen to the words, there's so many spins of what it could be. Is but I only
Yeah.
know what the truth is.
I know what
And
the
I will
truth
never
is.
reveal.
I know what the truth is. Yeah, it could be perceived as anything.
Hate that word, but it's our most epic song. It's just got a great sound to it and makes the hairs on the back of your neck stand up.
And if it wasn't 7 minutes long, we'd be playing it, which is a shame.
It's actually the proper version's 10 minutes,
yeah.
18 seconds
Now
long.
that is rock and roll, boys.
Yeah.
And well, 6 minutes of that's his solo.
Guitar solo. It's not like Bohemian Rhapsody where it's changing all the time. It's just.
And whose guitar solo is it?
Gaz. Gary.
Yeah,
I
it's-
can't
it's
solo.
mine, but the guitar solo at the introduction is actually Alex's, and he plays it really well in the recording studio. He just can't play it live on stage. His fingers don't work.
That's what she said.
And on that note, we'll talk about another of the tracks off your album. We're going to hear this next. It's called Born Again. Who came up with the idea for Born Again then?
Well, Callie actually wrote this song as well.
Yeah.
Are you the writer then?
No, we all write. I mean, Joe's wrote 1 song, Gaz has wrote 3,
3.
and I've wrote 4. It's not. If Fossil turned up with a song, that would be in the set.
Born Again. There, we've only played live like twice, I think.
Yeah, it's quite.
It's an acoustic sort of. I play piano in it, and when we play it live, we don't have any bass in it. It's sort of
It chills out the whole set.
yeah, just sort of.
Yeah.
It's a song you want to listen to in a quiet room. You know, you just want to lie in a bed, chill out. You know, so you know we kind of don't play it at pubs and clubs that often.
It just
so.
doesn't make the set list.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I
we
think
just.
I
It's a
think
good song, isn't it? It's just
one of our best songs, but it's not right for the environment of a pub. You know, people aren't going to
Well said. Well said.
and take
But
it in.
I mean, the 2 occasions we have played it in the pub, the whole pub was in silence at the end.
Yeah, they
you know,
just
it
left
was-
for the bar and it's like they were anyway.
It was in silence because no one was there by the end.
No, it's good to show a bit of variety though, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
So if people have come and seen you as sort of a live outfit, they'll be surprised by some of the tracks then.
Yeah, like it's funny because I was listening to it and a lot of it's like rock and roll, and then it just plays that track and you think this sounds absolutely nothing like the rest of the album. So it's
It
Rodney
works,
Dave's.
though, it works, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. It's nice, nice way to break it up, I think.
Well, let's have a listen to it then. So we talked a little bit earlier about TT and how you were pretty much flat out busy. I mean, loads of us were, but it did quite a lot for you, I take it. You know, lots of people came to see you. I saw one little comment on Facebook from a Raymond in Ireland.
Yeah.
I was going to put on an Irish accent, but I won't. I listened to you guys on Peel Sunday. You're amazing. You are one of those bands that just seem to have that something extra. Good luck with the future. What would you say to that?
Yeah, we appreciated the comments we got over TT. I think he watched the Peel gig when we were playing on the Key.
Yeah, Peel Emotion.
Yeah, and he was there at the Creek the night before as well, and he just said like the different types of music we play, it was just great, and it was just something different that he's not seen before. And we had a couple of people approach us in Jack's just about our music and wanting us to go away and play, and there's people from all around the world. And it was good that they appreciated our music.
Go and check them out. They're a good bunch of lads. And go and get to their launch gig. It is for the EP, which is called Why Do the Good Die Young. It's on June the 22nd, and you can get their EP for free from the guys there, or you can get it on SoundCloud a week on Friday.
Buy our records for free.
Do you just love them? We do. Thanks very much to everyone who's texting in with your feedback. It's so good to hear from you. If you are interested in finding out more, go and find them on Facebook. They're on Twitter as well. And also get yourself to their launch gig.